My dear students, today I am going to start the chapter Dimension in class 11. You now see the lecture. Dimension. Dimension. What is dimension meaning? The general physical concept अगर हम बात करें फिजिक्स की भाषा से हटकर बात करें कि डायमेंशन है क्या। आप जानते हैं किसी भी पर्सन टू पर्सन जो डिफरेंस होता है, रमेश है, ठीक है, उसका एक अपना आइडेंटिफिकेशन है, मोहन है, उसका अपना आइडेंटिफिकेशन है क्या, उसकी एज आइडेंटिफिकेशन है, उसका वेट आइडेंटिफिकेशन है। इसी तरह से फिजिक्स में जितने भी फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज़ हैं, जैसे फोर्स है, जैसे आपका एक्सेलरेशन है, ठीक है, सबों का अपना एक अलग यूनिक आइडेंटिफिकेशन होगा। एंड इन फिजिक्स इन टोटल देयर आर 7 डायमेंशंस। कितने हैं टोटल हमारे पास 7 डायमेंशन है, इन टर्म्स ऑफ विच ऑल द फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज कैन बी एक्सप्रेस्ड। नाउ सी हियर व्हाट आर दोज 7 डायमेंशंस। नाउ कम टू द पॉइंट। नाउ फर्स्ट डायमेंशन विच इज नोन एज लेंथ, and dimension is expressed in square brackets. Within square brackets I write here L. This is the dimension of length. Now second, mass. Dimension of mass is represented by M in square brackets. Square brackets, within square brackets I write mass. The third is time. Third is time. In brackets I write here the time for T. Now the fourth is electric current. Electric current is represented in like this A. A represents electric current. Fifth, amount of substance. Amount of substance, that is basically in chemistry MOL, mole. This is dimension for amount of substance. Now the sixth is luminous intensity. Temperature, first of all take temperature. Temperature is indicated by K, that is K stands for the Kelvin. And the last seventh is luminous intensity. Luminous intensity CD, right? These are the 7 basic fundamental quantities, and the dimension are represented by the square brackets, and there are some letters that is written inside the square bracket. This represents the dimension. Actually dimensions are the power to which the physical quantities are raised. Now see, if I say what is the definition of dimension, then I will write like this: the physical quantity can be expressed in terms of power to which it is raised, with seven fundamental or the basic, एक ही चीज है दोनों, fundamental or I can say it as basic, both are same thing, basic quantities. Now I will begin. I will take some derived physical quantities and how can I write the dimensions of some physical derived quantities. Now come. The first quantities, that is very simple, I would like to take so that thing could be very clear to you. That is the first dimension. I will write area. Suppose I have to write the dimension of area. You know the formula of area is length into breadth. For length the dimension is L, and for breadth also dimension is L. So in total this is L square, and in L then a square, this is the dimension of area. How will I read it? The pronunciation is like this, that the dimension of area in length is 2. The dimension of area in length is 2 because the area is expressed in terms of length. So, and the power will indicate the dimension. This is the dimension, means the area, the dimension of area is 2 in length. What about the mass and time? For mass, if I say the area, the dimension of area in time, in total I can write like this: m0 L2 T0, right? So I will say in terms of mass, the dimension of area in terms of mass is 0. The dimension of area in terms of length is 2. Dimension of area in terms of time is 0. These are the dimensions, right? Okay, note down please. Next, dimension of speed. Okay, dimension of speed. Whenever you are asked to write the dimension of any physical quantity, you should first know the formula, right? You know that the formula of speed is distance upon time. So the dimension of speed would be like this. Dimension of speed is equal to distance you know, length, so L and upon T, this will be equal to L T minus 1. This is the dimension of speed. But whenever we write the dimension, we need to mention 3 things, M, L and T. Here only 2 things. So actually this will be equal to, this is also right, but you can in full form you can write M naught, that is M0, L1, T minus 1. This is the proper notation of the dimension of speed. This is also true. Okay, for the sake of the practice or whenever you are utilizing, then LT minus 1 is enough. But actual the form is M0, L1, T minus 1. Now come to next, speed. Then come acceleration. You know the formula of acceleration is rate of change of speed. That means speed upon time. Now see, for speed we have LT minus 1 and for time this is T. So in total this will be equal to, what is this? LT minus 2. Now just give the big brackets between them. So this is the dimension of acceleration, Next, dimension of force. This indicating that we are calculating dimension of force is equal to, you know that dimension of force, that is mass, formula is mass into acceleration. So just I will add here mass, acceleration is this. So this will be equal to M, L, T minus 2. This is the dimension of force, because for mass I have M, okay, and for acceleration I have LT minus 2. So in total this will be equal to MLT minus 2. This is the dimension of force, okay. And some complicated dimensional formula I will take into consideration in the next class.